Hello, I'm MVX Toycat, and just like this villager, I am confused. Minecraft maps are usually just custom terrain or features for your Minecraft world, but Octagon have managed to make a Minecraft Dungeons experience fully inside of Minecraft. I wasn't the only one fascinated by this trailer, but since they do want £5 or $6 for this, I decided to try this and see how good Tinycraft is so that you don't have to. Starting now, this is my first impressions of one of the most interesting Minecraft maps of the year. Let's go. This is crazy. This is a Minecraft map that isn't just trying to create a new game inside of Minecraft, it's creating it from a brand new perspective. This still is the normal Minecraft controls that you know, but there's a mini map here as well as 8 different slots, as well as, an entirely different perspective, which is crazy. But let's go out and let's see what's happening in the world here today. Wow, there is a quest I imagine I have to do. Very exciting. So I have to say immediately that my first thought is that this is going to be limited in scope somewhat, but I would be, because it's, again, they're doing so much just to make this function, I would imagine, but I would be happy to be proven wrong, because look at the size of just this first area we're spawning. I am absolutely fascinated. So let's go and explain how this works. This is a Minecraft map that is made by playing around with the camera command, as well as a lot of other things, to make sure that they can give you an experience that looks entirely different to what you're expecting. Obviously, this is a lot of texture packs and whatnot implied on there, but it means that Minecraft is being used really for one of the first times as a full engine to create new experiences. These dialogue options look incredible, for example, but yeah, I'm interested in pets, and we'll go learn that we can interact with them, like this cat. Use a wall. Oh, it's like Pokemon. I have to... I think I had to pick a cat or a dog. Yeah, I did. Oh, I didn't realize. Everyone who's good is a cat person. Anyway, I'm going to talk to this villager to work out what's happening. Oh, no, I'm not. There's a lot happening here. And then we're just going to go straight into the portal to go into the dungeon, because this is what I'm here for, right? The dungeon crawler experience of this dungeon game. And I love that there is a loading screen that actually functions, by the way. But yeah, here I am. I get to pick between a sword and a bow now. It is crazy, the quality of these screens. Again, this looks like a full-on indie game, but not like a, not like an indie game that's going for a bad art style, like a really, really nice one. So I'm going to start with a bow. Fun fact, you can still see your inventory here. It looks like I'm in creative, but I'm guessing that's just the search item. And now that we're here, we can start crawling through some dungeons, as we ought to do. Oh man, this is cool. It makes me feel like I'm in the Lost Woods. And yeah, so the goal is to clear the room of enemies, and I'm guessing as we go through, the rooms get harder. Almost Binding of Isaac style. My first impression was this clearly instyled by, like, it immediately looks like they're going for like a Minecraft Legends art style. But the more I hear and the more I'm playing, the more this is a weird, almost like what I would have wanted from Minecraft Dungeons. But we'll see if it continues that way. Right now, it's looking pretty easy, but I'm guessing it's just that way because it's introducing me to controls and also to continuing to the next level. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, there's a lot of enemies this time. Okay, so as you can see, things are a little bit more tricky when it comes to big rooms, and there are Endermen that are mad at me, but I'm looking the wrong way. So there is an aim function that you got to keep in mind. But it is a little trickier to use than you'd think. So it's not like a twin-stick shooter where you can use one to shoot and one to aim. It is a little bit more complicated than that, but it's working out for me just fine. I think a little bit of a target lock would be nice, but it seems to be going just good, even with the default controls. And yeah, I'm also doing just fine. I've got food if I need it, but hopefully I don't. Hopefully none of that is required. Okay, so I think, yeah, actually, LT is automatic aim. I think it is just going to point me to the nearest enemy. No, it's not. Okay, it's the nearest enemy nearby where you're facing. So it's like auto-aim, but with a limit on how good it can be. So I'm going to make sure I target these enemies specifically. They do a really big lunge attack, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm just going to keep on targeting them from a lovely distance. I really like this kind of like moving from room to room aspect. I'm sure it saves the game a lot of work in like how much it has to render, but it also feels like you're in an infinite dungeon and that, like, you could keep going forever if you're just good enough with your aiming, which is fun to me. But the interesting thing to me is, how does it work in terms of what is the meaning of me being here? I'm very curious about the like there's levels up, there's upgrades. There's going to be some reason to come back in here and keep trying over and over again. I'm very curious to learn what those reasons are. So these spiders have very annoying attacks, by the way. But it's also hard to... Okay, there we go. They're avoidable. It's a projectile. Just got to make sure we're on the right side of that projectile. Should we go for the blue door instead? Yeah, I guess we're going to have to, right? Oh, okay. Reverse shop. Or we can buy a goat horn. or I can buy a frost sword, or I can buy a bone. I'm going to buy a frost sword because I'm partially curious. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, they all cost... So I'm collecting this money, which is the bottom right. The experience bar is very, very fun. And I can use that to buy things, which right now is nothing. But yeah, that's nice anyway, I guess. Otherwise, it would be nice. But isn't this crazy? These are clearly designed on regular Minecraft mobs, right? You know, this is meant to be a slime, etc. But they are so hugely uniquely different that it is effectively the only similarity is that it's Minecraft IP. It feels like this is a full-on, you know, like a full-on video game that just happens to be using Minecraft characters. I could believe this was a new spin-off game in the Minecraft universe if I just saw, you know, an image of this, which is crazy that that exists. So I'm going to crouch to use this. There we go, that's it. So crouch to use this too, please. I'm trying my best, but it's not succeeding. Do I have to shoot it, maybe? I've always heard that shooting hearts is a good idea. It's been a while since I've done one of these marketplace videos as a first impressions, and it's fun because I genuinely have no clue what I'm going into. This came out literally minutes ago, but there is something really cool about, like, this is, you know, something that no one expected and very few people keep up with because there are hundreds of pieces of content released every single week. A lot of it very similar to other pieces that already exist. And so it's fun when there's something as major as this. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't know how to use this snowball. I'm trying my best, but I'm dead now. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch back out. Oh, so there is a map of the dungeon, including with the stairs to the next floor, it looks like, or maybe to the previous floor. So I'm gonna try and desperately survive, but I know it's not gonna work for long. Okay, there we go. Just every now and then, hook back, get a shot in there. Okay, that's not working at all. Ooh. Okay, yeah. I'm slowly killing mobs, but I'm definitely gonna get just one rogue shot is gonna go poorly for me here. That wasn't even... I feel like that was a very easily avoidable death. But for now, the experience I collected in this dungeon turns into diamonds, which I went out into the hub world to see where I could use. This hub world isn't just here to get you from your house to the dungeon, but actually functions with a lot of different villagers you can talk to. I went around and spoke to many of these who did nothing for me, but this guy recommended I go to the blacksmith. I decided he probably wasn't lying, and so went right there, and what do you know? He can give me some leather armor for 25 of my diamonds, which will give me better protection. This upgrade isn't just limited to armor, you can also spend these diamonds on a better pet or something that will allow you to have more artifacts, which means that this hub world is a very wonderful thing for allowing you to upgrade between runs. However, I did decide to go on another one, and interestingly, it gave me the choice of a sword and bow again. I figured I would try the sword out. It did take a little bit of doing, but this first room is perfect for exactly that, and so I went through an entire second dungeon. It took a little bit of doing, but by the end of it, I'm just kidding, I died in round 2 again, but ended up with 31 diamonds this time, which is nice. So it's all about this kind of iterate. Go get better stuff, then go back in there and make it even more fun thing. So I'm going to go back to the blacksmith, and I'm going to see if maybe I can upgrade my weapon. I'm guessing you can't, and it's only armor that makes a difference. But let's see if we can't do that anyway. So the next set of gear is 50. I don't have 50, sadly. So instead we upgrade either our stuff, which can be found at the... Oh, look, actually, there is something else over here. I love the minimap, just for explaining this information clearly. Something can be upgraded in here. What is it? What are you going to teach me, friend? Feel free to chat with the other guests. Who are they? They help protect the village from monster. Oh, it's new characters. So you can replace you with Benny. I love Benny. He's got 8 health. But Axel has 6 health, and he has a Bottle of Axolotl as his artifact. Whereas Robin has 7 health and speed 1. So, yeah, you can pick different characters. There are 4 different things you can upgrade. My bad, I thought it was free. It's apparently 4. And the goal is you go back into the dungeons, and every time you do a little better. Is there an end point of this? Obviously the whole point is you get better and better and better. But it is very fun to me that you have this... you do have this ongoing progression. I can't get the combat system to work for me. Like, I don't feel like I'm fully in control. The character isn't pointing the way that I want to, but I'm going to give it one more try and see if this last dungeon run is the one for me. So, yeah, I've kind of gotten a handle on the combat with the arrow. You have to, like, aim, shoot, and then immediately start walking. But just with that technique alone, I feel like I'm going to do a lot better and a lot more successful, therefore, at all of this stuff. I still don't quite understand, like, it says I have a certain number of points, but it doesn't actually feel like I do. It just feels like I can or can't use abilities randomly. But what matters is that I can survive, and it looks like that is very much happening, which is what makes me happy enough. Oh yeah, look at this. Killing a witch from afar, and also getting some form of special ability coming off right there. Okay, so I just got these slime balls, or the emeralds, that I actually need to go back to that shop and get my hands on that slime ball. With that said, let's use it. So it's passive, actually. Oh, that's really, really good for just having a kind of head start on things before they get going towards you. Really, really big difference that's actually going to make towards my well-being, because I can shoot the Enderman before he ever, can do his dive attacks on me, which seems to be my biggest source of death. Then we're also going to try and get all of these health things. I've worked out you just have to go over them about 10 times, and then eventually it counts for something. I don't think that's how it should work, but it is how it seems to work. And speaking of how things work, here I am with a chest. What's inside of it? A chorus fruit. Pets TP to you when you take damage. Very fun. Oh yeah, finally here at the boss, or the end room. Oh, no, actually, it's just a chest room again. Wow, abilities require 1 less charge. Love that. So I can use this to get 2 golden hearts for 20 seconds. That was actually a poor use of an ability, so let's go back to the other chest room, except we already went through that one too. Wow, okay, so sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky and explore an entire floor without getting anywhere. But yeah, my goal here is to make it to the 3rd floor, and the amount of time I'm spending on the 1st seems like it would hurt that goal, but actually might help me. Getting all of these artifacts, all of these little bonuses, might actually make a huge difference to how well floor 2 goes, which always seems to be the thing that kills me otherwise. So here I am, full health, all of these fun effects like chorus fruit and sugar, etc. Let's see how well it goes for round 2, and then hopefully, if we're really lucky, round 3. Oh yeah, this is one where I really needed that freeze on enemies when I first got in here. There were so many of them, but just being able to see where they are ahead of time means that I can get them out of melee range, which means I can get them out of serious anything range, which means I finish this with no damage whatsoever. Yeah, love that. Yeah, look at that. Pets heal every time you heal. I don't know that I want all of these artifacts. I just know that they're going to be worth something later, and I'm glad that future me has got that covered. So, yeah, I haven't got the best of start to this dungeon, but I'm hoping it improves soon. As a fun reminder, my big goal is to take down the big enemies first, and then the pointless ones second. So skeletons can hurt me from a distance. Witches can hurt me from a distance. Zombies, yeah, they're just things to avoid. So that is what I'm going for right now. 23 emeralds, by the way. So many that I'm just sitting on. Whoa, abilities gain +1? Do I want that? Okay, so random effects happen 20% more often, or fire ink clouds that drain all enemies caught in them, or pets are immune to explosions. This one sounds the most fun. Oh, it replaced my weapon. Whoa, okay then. Yeah, you know what, let's go with it. Let's have some fun. Let's shoot ink clouds at things instead of anything else. This is very confusing as a weapon, but it definitely looks like it's better for large groups of enemies, which is what we're dealing with right now, and it also seems to slow things down. It's hard to be sure because it's very thick and confusing. But yeah, nice. Okay, this is getting, I think, close now to getting to a 3rd floor. And unlike before, I haven't felt this like continuous I will die, I will die, I will die. Which means floor 3 might be all but a certainty. Yeah, level 3. So continuing to the next level gives me bigger rewards if I die, but also more things to gain for right now. I do think the game doesn't have any real way to like acknowledge that you're, doing something bigger and crazier than before. They feel similar to me right now, but I'm imagining that will change. There'll be some enemies that you'll only find on later floors. There'll be some rewards to make you really want to come back for the next wave of content. But so far I have just seen like, okay, yep. I'm getting better at dealing with the waves I know right now. But I don't necessarily know what future ones would have that would make me go, ooh, I need a special weapon just for that. I also think it's interesting that the weapons aren't upgrade-based. By having, at first I was like, surely you should upgrade the weapon. But it seems really smart now that having it be that you upgrade your armor and everything else means that your weapon can be upgraded run to run. That is to say, there are some things that you upgrade, when you're done, and there are some things that you upgrade during the run. And it's kind of cool to know that this weapon is temporary just now. Hopefully there's a lot of others like them, and, you could play over and over again to collect it. Honestly, really, really cool. Melee attacks have a chance to poison enemies. I have 0% chance of getting melee attacks, so I'll later have to drop this. But for now, it makes my inventory perfectly full. But yeah, having the effects I have right now combined feels really good and makes me think if I was going to go again, I would want to have a combination of these things. Because look at the effects that it is having. It feels very wonderful. But that's not what matters. It's not about feelings. It's about the reelings of this. Can I get through even wave 3? Or floor 3 maybe? You know, what would you refer to it as in a game like this? I guess floor 3. We're going down or up some stairs. They're referred to on the map as stairs, and so I guess logically this is floor 3. How far down into the basement can we get? So I kind of liked about Stardew Valley. I get some vibes of Stardew Valley from this game of like the way it's kind of cutesily done and there's like a village you return to every day. It just needs some farming and then it'd be great. Man, if only there was some way there could be farming in Minecraft. They could add it to this map and it'd be wonderful. As I desperately tried to claw my way through wave 3, I think now would be a good time to talk about my overall experiences that I've had with this. This has only been a first impressions for my first just under an hour of the map. But so far, I would say beautiful art style. I would say customization of weapons and the fact that there's like, you know, roguelike elements inside Minecraft, amazing. That this was pulled off at all is really, really cool. And allows for one of the best things the marketplace can do, in my opinion, which is things that literally could not be done in an outside game. You know, you would get in very serious trouble. Oh, there are bosses! Oh, wow! This is something, again, you could make an indie game that does this probably easier than Minecraft. I don't know for sure. I imagine not, based on the fact that they did decide to do it in Minecraft. But isn't it so cool? Okay, how do I know his health? Do I just avoid his attack and then start shooting a few times and then avoid another skull? I think that's what we do. Yeah, I've worked out this boss's pattern. Oh, and then, wow, it has the same wither skeleton thing that it does in regular Minecraft. Okay. But the wither skeletons do block the attacks here, which is very, very handy to know. Oh, I'm going to get charged at. Okay. Very fun. So, yeah, my pro list is very, very big for this game, I'd have to say. Okay. It'd be crazy for me not to. But I think it is also worth mentioning at the same time. Okay, I want to just have a nice opportunity to attack a bunch without being attacked back. I wonder what you get for fighting a boss in this. It's a very crazy boss fight, it has to be said. But yeah, my first impression is, why would they pick the same genre of a game that Minecraft has already made? Again, in theory, this can be something that Minecraft has never done, and I would say that this is different to Minecraft Dungeons in quite a few ways. It's definitely smaller in scope, but also much more, again, roguelite-y, I would say. It's much more based on every attempt is randomly generated and different. It does something I actually wish, it does quite a few things even, I would say, I wish Minecraft Dungeons would do, but it still makes me question why from the beginning they picked a genre of game that had already been done by Minecraft. So let's now replace the poison potato. Don't need me any poison potatoes. I just need me some gunpowder. But yeah, I can now make it to level 4 where even more stuff happens. So my criticisms of this would be, first of all, the items. There are lots of consumables that drop. They don't work when you need them to. The aiming is kind of clunky. I don't think there's an easy way they could do it. I'm not gonna, you know, like this is a very technical and technically impressive feat, but on a gameplay level, it just kind of sucks to aim it. After a while, I've kind of gotten used to it. I feel like I can work around the clunkiness of it, but it would actually be a bit better if you had, you know, one stick to aim, one stick to move, or if you're playing, you know, keyboard and mouse, you could use your mouse to move around your direction and then use your click button to do it that way. It would be possible on any device, in my opinion. Obviously, they had to design with mobile in mind. You can't, as best I know, make Minecraft maps that just aren't available on mobile. And even if you could, you probably wouldn't want to. I'm sure it's something like 80-90% of sales. But yeah, I would have to say, now that I've got 50 emeralds, I'm just going to die, actually. I think it just makes sense to die. So let's go back to the previous room. Let's jump off the edge. Oh, is there no edge here? Let's go back to the previous room. Jump off the edge and see what my 50 emeralds becomes. So, goodbye, world. It was lovely to see you. But, yeah, the items work clunkily. The spawn hub is really cute, but feels the tiniest bit emptier than it should be. I'm hoping that later, as you do things like I just fought the Wither, I'm hoping if I go back to this guy and I tell him that I did that, that he's gonna enjoy that. But he doesn't. He doesn't have a reference to it. I would love to have some extra little details around here. I would love it if the items worked better and the combat was just a little nicer, because the art style of the camera, everything about this is done so well that it makes those nitpicks just a little bit, it makes me feel picky about them. Also, you can't make your character clap or do over there or wave. I would love to know what happens when you switch into creative, actually, except, you know, I can do precisely that, and ooh, yeah, wow, this is something. Honestly, this shows just how much work goes into making these maps. You know, it's not just a map that is made in a game, it is something well beyond that, and I love this idea of the Minecraft Marketplace allowing full other experiences to be made inside of Minecraft. This is why they add all of those commands and those resource pack supports and all of those add-on supports to Minecraft so that people can make things this beautiful, and I think that's a great trade-off, but I would also say congratulations to Octavon for making a map this good. This blows a lot of other stuff right out of the water and has even impressed Minecraft developers. Here's King B Dogs praising it. This is a really good sign, I hope, of things to come, if not for the marketplace as a general, at the very least Octavon, and so they're a developer or a marketplace team I would very much love to watch. Speaking of things I'd love to watch, I need to take a very brief moment here to say that I have really enjoyed playing Ultra Flat so far. It is my new stream series of super long streams where I'm playing a world on hardcore, but it's flat, ultra flat to be precise, which means going to the end is possible, and I want to do that in hardcore. That sounds so ridiculous, but it's something I'm slowly working towards. I'm on day 36 right now, and there'll be a stream link below and maybe on screen right here if you want to come check out my third part. I really hope I don't die. I really hope I do make it to the end, and if I'm going to die, at least die there, right? But there's a lot I have to do, and come join for the grind if you like that sort of thing. Speaking of liking that sort of thing, thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye.